Hey there, this is Shim. How are you guys doing? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. And today I'm going to talk about how each cell in our body and how our mind work against us. And this is a very important topic to understand in order for you to progress in your day-to-day life and also progress as an individual. And this is a very important topic to understand. The first thing you need to understand is each cell in our body is a living organism, and it affects our mood, thinking, our actions, and everything. That's the first most important thing to understand. And each cell is a living, breathing organism which work according to how we act or how we are programmed and how we consume the energy. Everything is connected. So I will give you few examples how each of the cells affect our day-to-day life. For example, now let's say you have to go early in the morning. You are pretty damn sure you need to go to the bed as soon as possible. But instead of going to the bed, you end up watching TV or you end up doing something which is not useful, but something is dragging you towards watching TV or doing that particular activity which doesn't help you. So what's happening here? It's just not the programming of mind or repetition of action that you're doing every day, but it's also you're feeding the same thing into each of your cells, which is a living organism in your body. Which means that, for example, if you're watching a TV at night till 11:30 or 12, right? And suddenly you have to do something early in the morning for a period of a week or for a period of 2 weeks. And suddenly you want to transform yourself to wake up early in the morning and you have to go to the bed by 9, But most of the times what happens is you end up going and watching the TV till 12:01, and then you wake up early, and then your work, it's pretty hard to do your work because you woke up early and you slept late and you don't have enough sleep and enough energy to work. So what's happening here? Now, because of this programming done to your mind and all the body cells, all the living organisms in your body, all these living organisms in your body acts according to what you feed, what you're feeding. So you repeatedly feeding them, saying that I need to go to the bed at 12 or 1. And all of a sudden, all these living organisms is acting what you have feeded them. You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, if you want to go to the bed at 9 p.m., it's not possible because all of the cells doesn't allow you. And this thing happens with every action that we take. That's why it's very important for us to understand what's happening within us. Each of these living organisms act what we feed. Now it depends upon how long you're feeding. So if you're feeding them certain type of action for years, then that will reflect in your day-to-day life. That means, like, for example, if you want to go to the gym all of a sudden, you know, it's slow process. It's slow process because all this time you're feeding your body and this living organisms and the cells in a certain manner. And this, the actions that you take is because of your repeated actions which has been going on for years, and all of a sudden you cannot go to the gym. It's same thing like if you want to wake up 5 a.m. in the morning, and if you want to run or if you want to go to the gym, guess what? It's a slow process. You need to do it for a certain period of time, and even when you do it for a certain period of time, you might do exercise early in the morning for a month, and suddenly you stop. What's happening there? All of the cells will not change all of a sudden. It's going to take some time. All of the cells have some energy, and all of the cells are a living organism, and which acts according to what you feed and what your actions are. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty important for us, when you take a step, understand that it's very important whatever action that you take is going to reflect. That means if you're going to binge watch TV for a long period of time, guess what's happening? You're feeding the same thing into all of the cells and to your mind. So it's pretty important what you do, and be very aware of what you're doing, and be very aware of your actions. Same thing with the food. If you start to eat food, junk food, it's the same thing. Be aware of it. Be aware of your actions. Then, even though you eat junk food, you understand that it's because of your actions that you have been continuing for all these years or all these months. That's reflecting to your actions, or you're craving something because of that. You know what I'm saying? And the transformation happens slowly. It doesn't not happen all of a sudden. You need to understand that all the programming, all the actions that you are taking for all these years will reflect, because all of the cells that's living inside your body, all of the cells are live organisms which are living inside your body, and this will act against you if you take wrong actions. And it's very hard to transform. It's not that easy to transform yourself, because, for example, you're trying to transform after 25 years, and all this 25 years you've been having certain type of routine, and you're doing certain type of routine and certain type of eating. Now the thing is, you can transform and you can go back again, because remember, your body remembers everything. Your each cells remembers everything. That means for 25 years, you've been waking up at certain time, and you've been doing certain type of eating, and you have certain type of routine. Now for 25 years, you have been programmed in certain way, and all of these living cells are being acting in certain way. Now, for example, now all of a sudden you started working out, and you started going to gym, and you started doing everything, okay, for a year. You started meditating, or you started doing yoga for an year, okay? Now year versus 25 years, like now you're 26, okay? Now you have performed transformation, you have performed yoga, meditation, or whatever for an year, and then you stopped, or something happened. The thing is, this 25 years has more power than this 1 year. You know what I'm saying? So all of the cells will remember each of the actions that which has been done for all these years. It has a history, it has a memory. You know what I'm saying? So there is always chance that it's gonna drag you back to your old routines. So it's pretty important for you to understand that each action that you take is pretty important. Even though it's dragging you back, you need to understand what's happening, and then you need to attack it. You know what I'm saying? Understand that each of these living organisms in your body can act against you when you really need them. It's with your mind, it's with your body. I'm telling this because I know what's happening with me. You know, I've been transforming myself, I've been running, I've been doing all of this stuff. But guess what? Sometimes it drags me, but I do have the knowledge it's dragging me. So I want to share this information that each of this living organism in your body has a memory, and it's a living, breathing cell, and it's going to act according to what you feed. So if you've been feeding for a certain number of years, certain pattern, certain action, then it's going to remember it. And it's going to drag you back to those actions. If you want to transform yourself, if you want good eating habits, if you want good routine, that means running, exercising, and if you want good habits, if you want good transformation, understand the living organisms has a history. It remembers everything, and the transformation will happen, but at the same time it's going to drag you back to your old routine. There are pretty good chances that you're going to go back. So keep on pushing and understand that you need to feed good actions and good activities and good habits into your whole body, all of the cells, to your mind. You know, hopefully I'm able to explain and make you understand that each of this living organism, each of this cell needs to be transformed. You know, so you need to have good habits and good routine put into everyday life, and understand that, you know, even though you perform good routines and patterns, there is always chance that all of these cells are going to drag you back because it has the memory. Okay? All right. Thank you. Peace. Have a good day. Namaste.